Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is Tuesday, May 26th, and as some of you may know, if you follow me on social media, you know that I've been in the hospital. I actually came home Friday. This is actually pretty clear right now. Anyway, if you hear any noise in the background, that's my fan. Don't worry about that, and don't worry about the scarf on my head either. I was in the hospital for 8 days, and my hair wasn't combed. And I can barely do anything with it now. My daughter's too young to help me. So right now, until I get my husband to figure out how to do something with my hair, it's just going to be like this until I can do it. Anyway, I had been in the hospital for 8 days, and I was having pain. It started in, May? It started in like April. Mid to late April, I had this one incident 1 week where I was just in so much pain. My upper abdomen was hurting like really, really bad. I was having bad diarrhea. I was having vomiting and just pain. And it got to the point where for me to say it's bad and to call my doctor, you know it's bad, because I have a high tolerance for pain, and also I'm just like, I'll just deal with it, blah, blah, blah. So I called my doctor, and he was like, he's not taking any appointments in the office, but if it's really bad, he'll come in, do a blood test, because it sounded like it was my gallbladder or something like that. So he would come in and do this blood test, or I could go to the ER. To me, going to the ER was just like, no dice. I said, you know what, I'll just wait it out for a couple of days. If it gets too bad, I'll call you, or I'll just go to the ER and just, let you know when I get there. So it went away. Fast forward to the week of the 15th. So that Monday was the last time I had any solid food, and it was spicy. So I made me some spicy cauliflower, and I had some cucumbers, just cucumbers and spicy cauliflower. And the next morning around 2 a.m., I was having severe pain, and I felt like I was going to have diarrhea. So I went to the bathroom, and it was like that for days. And then Wednesday, I went to one hospital because it got really, really bad. And when I went by ambulance to that one hospital, because I figured half of my team goes there, so why not just go to that hospital? So excuse me, I have to alter the way I sneeze now, and you'll find out in a minute. But I figure half of my team is on staff there, so I'll just go there. But that was a mistake, because with all the pain and everything that I was explaining I was having, they didn't give me an x-ray, didn't give me a CAT scan. They just gave me fluids, took my blood. I didn't stay long enough to get any blood results or anything like that, and they sent me home. So I came home with suffering so badly, okay, just like suffering so bad. And so that next day I was still like, the pain was getting a lot worse. I couldn't eat. I was constantly in the bathroom. It was just like throwing up and coming out. And I had one of the grossest things, by the way, on Wednesday happened to me in my life. Like, TMI, if you get grossed out, now is the time for you to turn away for a minute. Things were so bad that when I was still in the little stretcher bed, about to get admitted into the emergency room or whatever, I felt like I was going to throw up. Do you know that I literally threw up bile? Okay? And I knew it was bile because it was the same thing I was pooping out. The grossest thing in my life. PTSD totally from that. Anyway, so yeah, that happened. And it happened again that night when I got home, and it happened again that morning of that Thursday. Okay, so, ow, dang it, I keep doing that. Sorry guys, I just keep accidentally hitting my staples. So yeah, that happened. And then that Thursday, I was just in so much pain, and Greg and the kids were like, can you just please go back to the hospital? Just like literally go back to the hospital. And I was kind of against it at first, and then it just got worse. All I was doing was moaning and moaning and moaning. And I think, for me, what triggered for me, it was not wanting the kids to watch me suffer. So then I said, okay. But then it was also like, I was in so much pain. It was like just the thought of being in the car was just like not something I wanted to do. So I went and I went ahead and went to the hospital. I went to a different hospital this time, and immediately I get in there. They listen to my symptoms. First thing they say, we're gonna get you in for a CAT scan. They gave me IV. You know, they got the IV in first. Got me through to the CAT scan. Came back and was like, so there's a mass. Could be cancer, might not be, but we're gonna take it out. We're gonna do surgery tomorrow. So everything was like processing so fast, and I had to get this NG tube, which I never had before. The worst thing in my entire life, guys. I had to get this NG tube put in, which goes up through your nose, down into your throat, to your stomach, to kind of release the pressure and get all of whatever is in there out. Very painful, but it helped with the discomfort and everything. So they needed to do that before they did the surgery or whatever. So I had that going on. The first time the guy put it in, he put it in wrong because I couldn't breathe. And so he had to take it out and then put it back in because it went down the wrong side or something, the girl was saying. So yeah, that was like the worst. And then, you know, the next day I got all these doctors and surgeons and assistants and all this stuff coming in prior to the surgery. I got them taking vials and vials and vials of blood because the hematologist, oncologist on staff at the hospital there and was part of the surgical team, he wanted a whole new workup of everything that I have going on me. So it was like vials of blood that they had to take beforehand. Even though I was scared and alone because Greg couldn't come in, I was scared and alone. The team, the surgical team, all the doctors, all the assistants made me feel so comfortable that the fear that I had was, what can I say? It was just secured by the fact that I knew that I was going to be okay with this team, so to speak. So, yeah, so I had the surgery. I came out moaning because I was in pain. I know that I have 17 staples in my stomach right now. Never had been cut open like that before because when they did my lung surgery, they went laparoscopically. So I have like 2 holes. Well, they're not holes anymore, but I have scars from when they put the 2 holes in my groin area. So, yeah, I'm going to have a cool new scar down my stomach. So we have that to look forward to. Now, the 8 days that I spent in the hospital, all that time recovering and all that, we were waiting on pathology, which the surgeon found out like maybe 2 or 3 days later that some of the people in the lab were furloughed. So it was only like 2 or 3 people working in the lab, and they, you know, COVID tests were priority. So I actually just got the results today. Like I said, today is Tuesday. I'm sorry, Memorial Day was just today is Tuesday, May 26th, and I have the results. However, I'm not going to tell you right now. I want to go to my other appointments before I do talk to them, at least, and most importantly, the one tomorrow I want to go to before I talk to the kids about the results. So that's what's going on with me right now, guys. That's where I've been. That's what's going on. That's why I haven't been creating on my other channel. I haven't been posting on this channel that much anyway. I mean, I did that Shein haul, but that's that. But I haven't been doing anything. So I would say if you want to follow my progress and follow what's going on, to make sure you're subscribed here. Also make sure you're following me on Instagram because I will be posting stuff there as well. But yeah, I have 2 weeks. So I have this week and next week that I have to go still eating soft foods. Sucks. But I have to continue eating soft foods until the end of next week. And then I have 4 to 6 weeks of recovery for the colectomy. So they took out a foot of my colon. So yeah, I have stitches on the inside, staples on the outside. So I don't know if you get grossed out by stuff, but I am going to show you my staples. Something that I normally wouldn't do. I'm so self-conscious about my body, but at this stage and age of my life, I feel like this scar is a part of me. Well, the scar is going to be a part of me. So I feel like I'll share it with you guys because it's part of my progress too. But it looks so much better than it did in the hospital. Greg has, he takes a picture a day since I've been home. And I got home Friday. So if I didn't say, I had the surgery May 15th, which was so messed up because not only did I miss my fourth son's birthday, May 16th, I also missed my granddaughter's birthday. And, you know, that was really sucky. So I felt really bad. But I just sent her gift off. I had to send Greg to the store to go get it. So, like, I can't lift anything over 10 pounds. I can do walking and stuff like that, but I can't get in my pool for 6 weeks. I can't take baths. I have to take showers. When I say I can't lift anything over 10 pounds, she suggested that I don't do laundry right now, at least for the 2 weeks. I can't do any strenuous, like, housework or anything like that. So, yeah, kind of sucks because my family, they love to, like, Mom, you're not supposed to. Mom, you're not supposed to. And that's one of the hardest things that I'm going to have to get used to is not being able to do what I do. And that's getting up, cleaning, doing stuff for myself and things like that. So that's going to be a huge issue for me during this recovery is not being able to be me. So let me show you the scar. So I'm laying down right now and I'm losing weight. I've started losing weight immediately after surgery. It's like all the inflammation that was in my body after all these years. And I feel bad for coming down on myself all those years that you guys heard me complain. I complain on this channel, I complain online, I complain on my other channel. In reality, knowing what I know now, it probably happened because of this. And all of that inflammation that I had in my body was because of what I'm going through right now. Because I'm losing weight. Like, it's just peeling off. Like, you see my stomach is like getting that extra skin thing. And my wrists are getting smaller now. Here are my bruises. They were so much worse. But this is IV arm number 1. My hand here. And then this hand, not so bad. But then, I don't know if you can see it, I'm a little green over there. And then I have bruising. I don't know if you can see that. Bruising here from the IV. So, yeah. It's all a part of the recovery. This one here at the bottom was so bad. It was so purple in that space that you see in between. In the middle, that's gone away now. That was so purple, but you can see now that I'm starting to turn green, so it's starting to go away a little bit. But I just wanted to keep you guys updated, and this is also a journey for me to see where I've come from through this process, because it's not over. Like I said, I have the results, but until at least Friday, nobody's gonna know. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.